At Stratfor, we've been tracking the developing situation in the city of Marawi in the Philippines. Since May 23rd, government forces have been fighting Islamic State-affiliated militants in that city. The militants have taken over a significant portion of the city, and as government forces are fighting back, we can see in the satellite imagery that quite a bit of extensive damage has been caused throughout the city. When we look at some detail shots, we can see that a lot of houses have been simply leveled, most likely through the use of airstrikes and artillery barrages in support of the military offensive. If we look at this satellite image where we've actually superimposed the areas that have been most heavily damaged, you can see that the damage is actually pretty much spread throughout the city center and covers pretty much half of the entire city of Marawi. In some other locations in the city, we can also see, for example, bomb craters, most likely caused by airstrikes. In other parts around the city, we also see artillery positions that are partially responsible for the damage that has been caused. For the Philippine government, the recapture of Marawi has been a really big priority, and that's one of the reasons why we see this extensive use of airstrikes and artillery to really help their forces move through the city quickly. Of course, this comes with quite a significant toll in terms of collateral damage. In addition to the use of airstrikes and artillery barrages, the real fight is actually taking place on the ground, where Philippine infantrymen are fighting street to street and house to house to try and recover areas from the militants. We can see in the imagery that in some locations a number of military cargo trucks or armored vehicles are assembled, but it's quite notable that we're not seeing any large conventional military deployments of large groups of tanks, for example. Instead, this kind of deployment is really testament to the type of fight that is taking place in the city of Marawi, where it's really the infantrymen moving from house to house that are deciding the fate of this battle. As the actual battle in the city of Marawi comes closer to its end, the next battle is actually already being fought, which is the one over the narrative, where Islamic State-affiliated groups will try to blame the Philippine government for the extensive damage they've caused in the city of Marawi, while on the other hand, the Philippines itself, also backed by China, are starting to sell the narrative of reconstruction, where they are trying to get ahead of that Islamic State narrative that will attempt to garner more support within the Philippines for their cause, and they're going to try to come out as the saviors and fixers of Marawi rather than the destroyers of Marawi. We'll continue to track this story at Stratfor, so please visit our website for more. Thank you very much.